Hola, buenos días. Soy Nico.
It's a small town. A scandal will work just as well. You'll be ruined.
And today we're here to close out another wonderful week's worth of content. Well, yes, it's a nice sunny afternoon in New York City. The sun is out, the skin is skinning. We're going to have a good, safe, and fun weekend. Nico, I've actually just went through like a very traumatic family event, but things turned out well. I'm not going to go into it on the main channel, but I appreciate the prayers and well wishes that I received from everybody on Patreon. Now let's get on to the actual video. Today we're going to be taking it back to the mainstream, and this is actually going to be over someone I've been collecting information on since the beginning. Nico, this is about Bryshere, Yaz the Great, the guy from Empire. So basically he started doing OnlyFans content a couple of months ago, and from the beginning I've been collecting information because it's just been so left field. But before we fully get into that, if you like this kind of content, make sure to follow me on patreon.com/Nicosaesthetics for more exclusive videos, weekly live streams at Thursdays 5:30 and 7 p.m. CDT with a multifaceted panel and different topics depending on the week. If that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in. Now let's get on to the actual story. So, if you did not know, Yaz the Great was a performer on Empire. What was Empire? The black version of Glee. Tell me I'm wrong. Everybody had their own little spinoff as soon as Glee blew up. There was Star, there was Empire. I think that was it. If anything else that was notable came out, definitely let me know. But it was riding the Glee train of having a dramatic TV series with good songs in between. Halfway through though, since Glee did covers, they were able to just fill in random popular top 40 songs. Empire, the music quality took a nosedive, if I'm being quite honest. I think I made it past season two. After that, Lucius had to go somewhere. Now, we're going to be talking about Yaz, but I first want to bring up the last video's comment. A lot of performers tend to essentially bite the hand that feeds them with 9-to-5 workers when these are the same people funding their lifestyle. And I agree. I feel like it's more so a self-defense mechanism, because when we're having these discussions, people, when they enter OnlyFans and or sex work, tend to be doing it out of dire situations. I'm one of the rare occurrences where I just did it because I wanted to try it out. After the initial pressure from the fans, because I was originally just the cameraman, but most people need that money. Like, set it off, I need that money. So when you're doing something out of survival and you're constantly getting public pushback from strangers who are also ingesting said content, it sets a little fury inside of you. Because even when I first started and I got pushback, I was like, how are you going to tell me, a grown man, what to do with my body? So I understand where they're coming from, but I feel like it's a misplaced response, because like a lot of people were saying, you should have just paid it. Like, negative comments are going to come and go, and 95% of the time the positive comments outweigh the negative ones. It's just that the negative ones stick out to us the most in a sea of positivity, and that's human nature. But now we can get on to the actual video. So essentially, I was going to talk about this because when Yaz originally started doing OnlyFans, he was actually doing collaborations with trans women. So it was interesting to see a mainstream movie star, TV star. Has he been in what has he been in since Empire? Actually, that's a good question. That's not tea or shade. Like, I don't know what he's been in since Empire. If anyone knows any of his latest projects, definitely drop it in the comments down below. But I thought it was interesting to see another black man being trans attracted in the mainstream media, and I feel like it's important to show black men, or men in general, being proud of trans women that they love and adore. So when this was happening, I was like, okay, cool, work. And then it began to take a more weird tone, because then he started doing gay baiting.
Nico, and somewhere in between that, he got arrested for trespassing and was beaten up in the process in his face. So there's a lot going on here.
As in, he would make gay aligned comments, so y'all want to see me work with, ooh, who wants this coochie? And he uploaded a very angry video of his butthole. Nico, it's very rare that the internet has a universal conversation of why does it look so angry? Like, it was just, it was a very like aggressive video, if that makes sense. Not even in like the way he was showing it. It's just like, when you looked at it, it looked like it was a little mad. So at that point, I started going, something doesn't necessarily seem right here, especially because as a mainstream celebrity, B-list, C-list, D-list, whoever you want to put him, he's still mainstream. You would expect if he's going to choose to do the adult cinematography route, he's going to be collaborating with established names that could actually get his name out there to help him get more money. But he would just be collaborating with the random dude up the street in a pusheisty, and I'm like, it's not making sense. Like, it's not like the strategy isn't strategizing. I'm not getting the marketing here. And then Angelica Ross actually spoke up. Nico, who is Angelica Ross? She is the actress that played Candy on FX Pose. If you did not watch that show, I did a season by season recap of it. Season 1, immaculate storytelling. Season 2, they kind of lost the plot. Season 3 was just a fairy tale. Season 3, none of it made sense cohesively, but you know, it's good to see the characters you grew up enjoying have a fantasy ending, you know. So she decided to speak up, basically saying, I've seen the signs time and time again when young Black boys are taken advantage of by the LGBT elders in our community that are supposed to be here as mentors, but they're being used as a way to fulfill their youthful days by having them as a sexual outlet. And I also know the effects of Tina, Nico, ice cream. If you've been on any apps before, you know what I'm talking about. I can't necessarily go fully into what I want to call that because YouTube censorship. But essentially, she was saying that I've seen the signs of Tina before, and this is grade A. Why are the people that he's collaborating with all in pusheisties, but he's the one with his face on full blast, like he doesn't have more to lose? And his behavior is erratic. He's not seeming fully coherent in said videos, because I even watched some of the videos and it's just like very clunky and awkward and kind of forced. Like, I've seen videos from the dude in the pusheisty posting on his page, Yaz just dancing whimsically, a little unsteadily, booty butt naked, and I'm just like, something seems off, you know. And I don't want to be the person to say that it's substances, because I don't know the man. But if Angelica Ross is saying, I've been in the industry, I've seen the signs, this is a grade A case of we should be concerned for him rather than exploiting him sexually, I'm going to agree with her, just because it doesn't seem all the way on the up and up. Like, he doesn't seem like he's fully there in said videos. But once again, that could just be her interpretation and my believing her interpretation. If you've seen the videos, definitely comment down below. How did the vibe feel to you guys? Are you surprised that he decided to go full on gay for pay? Because originally, like I said, he started performing with trans women, and then slowly, random men in pusheisty started to get introduced into his scenes, and they're all kind of terrible. Once again, just as an actor, you know cameras, you know lighting, this is like a piss poor product from somebody that should be having a decent push if you're choosing to fully enter this industry. I understand that a lot of people were saying that he's gay baiting and that a lot of this stuff is staged and it's not actually happening, but I didn't purchase his content to verify that, so definitely drop it down below if you've noticed that most of the things that he's promoting aren't actually coming into fruition. And how do you feel about a mainstream celebrity like Yaz going this full-on route? Because a lot of celebrities have tiptoed into OnlyFans before. I'm not going to sit up here and act like he's the first one, but they usually do, oh, here's a little scantily clad picture, you know, here's a little sneak peek, maybe I tease something, but they never go full-on adult film route. So it's just bewildering to me. But I also agree with Angelica Ross, where she was basically saying a lot of people that should be mentors in our community take advantage of younger people, especially now the substances are becoming more rampant within our community. Because if we're being quite honest, back in the day, Tina was not a black girl, substance. That's not something we would see in our community actively. But as of late, no matter where you go, if you log on to any app, it's all anyone of any racial group is talking about, and it's actually very concerning. That also opens the conversation up. Have you guys noticed the spike in Tina within our community, especially the black and brown sectors of our community? Because once again, that did not start with us. So it's interesting to see it infiltrate and start to consume our community in such a prevalent way. But at that point, here's all the information we have, and I'll leave the conversation up to y'all, and I will see you guys next time. Boop. And now for a brief yet sincere shout out to this week's Third Eye Tier subscribers, Phoenix T and Terrell JM. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, and thank you once again to everyone who supports the channel. And this week's live stream discussion will be about the Tina epidemic within the black and brown communities. I feel like we honestly don't talk about how prevalent it's become and how worrisome it is, seeing as how dangerous this substance is. But if that sounds interesting to you, definitely tune in.